Are you wanting to save on taxes legally, pay less taxes legally? Yes, that is possible. I often hear people will say, okay, it's not possible, only large corporations can do. However, you can pay less taxes legally. And for the next few minutes, I have an awesome expert with me, Dotan, and he's here to share changes in the tax rules for 2022, which will be impacting your filing. And he's sharing relevant tips, strategies for business owners as well as on the personal side. And do remember that your business and your personal situation is all connected as you're filing. So, Dotan, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And, just your passion to help business owners, individuals as well to legally pay less taxes and just have, you know, leading to wealth, of course. And I'll quickly say that the strategies are for those in Canada, right? I know we have persons logging on from around the world, but I'll just quickly note that these are for strategies. These strategies are for persons in Canada. So, Dalton, welcome again, Dalton. And yeah, do you want to share a little bit about you and why they need to reach out to you,
Fantastic. Thank you very
or
much,
listen
Kersha.
to you, why they should listen to you?
Thank you very much, Kersha, for having me this morning. I really appreciate this. My name is Dotun Ayodele. I'm principal at Dexteritas Professional Corporation. We're a full-service accounting firm operating out of the city of Calgary in Alberta, Canada, Western Canada, to be precise. Today, we just want to talk briefly about changes happening as far as taxes are concerned that will be impacting us in 2023 when we are filing our income earned in 2022. The principal among those, definitely for business owners, when you have spent money on items which your accountant says you cannot write off everything this year. Yeah, quite a number of those things have come into what the government calls immediate expensing. And this allows you to be able to take those significant write-offs like within 12 months of purchase. And that's not something that used to happen before now. Prior to now, when you buy a car, you could take the write-off of $30,000 over 4 years. Or if you bought a house in the name of your business and you are going to depreciate that house, you would take the expenses bit by bit over maybe 50 years or something like that. But now with immediate expensing on certain asset classes, definitely including motor vehicles, definitely including equipment that we use in our operations, you will be able to take some of those expenses at a much faster rate, which means you are able to pay less taxes. So that's
I
one
love
thing I want you to know.
Yes. Thanks. Yeah, go keep going. Yeah.
So in addition to that, definitely for those of us who are interested in keeping the earth and are very, very keen on, getting off fossil fuels,
Yes.
your electric vehicle becomes a tax saving strategy all of a sudden.
Mhm.
Because prior to this year, the maximum amount you'd get to write off on an EV was $54,000. That amount has been bumped up for electric vehicles purchased in 2022 to $59,000. So for those of you that have been eyeing that Roadster, that have been eyeing that that Model 3, and you're seriously thinking about it because you know your business can afford it. However, you don't know whether you'll be able to take the full write-off. Well, that write-off is now as high as $59,000. So sit down with your accountant and do the math. So those are two good things I'd like business owners to note that will definitely contribute to the bottom line and ensure that they are paying less taxes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So on the personal side of things, from a low modest income perspective, not too much has changed. The key critical thing I've seen is more on the high earner side, which is a luxury taxation that's come up on cars, boats, RVs, and those nice fancy things that we get when we've gone beyond just paying a mortgage,
Yeah,
right?
fun stuff.
You're going to be paying a bit more to be able to acquire those items. So that's one thing I'd like to point out for personnel. Now, in terms of preparing to file your taxes next year, I'll still come back to the same basics, the same basic information. If you work a day job, you have employment income, make sure you max out your RRSPs. There's no point missing out on that opportunity. I call it the only 2-for-1 opportunity that's available to you when you're filing taxes. You take money, put it in a bank account, and then that money comes right back to you in a refund. That's how it works. It's simple. It's $2, $1 gets you 2. One in the future, one. That's really how it works. So make sure you max out your RRSPs, make sure you make that contribution, get that bang for your buck back. That's so for me, that's principal among all the things that I will say to individuals. And of course, if you run a sole proprietorship, please get your receipts. Ensure that you properly document your expenses. I've never met a business owner who said, oh yeah, I can't find the receipt, so I will not record this income. No, you always record your income, right?
Exactly.
So make sure you get all those receipts and capture all your expenses. Do not skimp on the expenses, because every expense that you miss out on is more taxes that you have to pay because you did not record the expense. It's a simple equation. You will pay taxes on all the income you earn over and above your expenses. That's how it works. So what you want to do is capture all of those expenses. Kersha.
Yes, that sounds pretty great. And even with the RSP, I know sometimes persons, some persons, they hear about it, they sometimes really don't understand the detailed steps. How do you really max out? So, it's really important for, friends who are listening on, and as you share out this broadcast, that you always remember to go back to an expert. So bear in mind that there are tax preparers and tax planners, right? You have persons who will just, punch your numbers in. You don't want that. You want someone who will look at your situation, your business, your personal, and legally show you how to save on taxes. And some of these strategies that Dotan just listed, the average tax preparer will not really know how to, implement these. That's just the reality. They might not really know, okay, is this a luxury item? Is this a capital, an asset? It's one thing to know the terms, but you got to dive deeper to really apply them. Exactly. And it all goes back to you saving on taxes, paying less taxes. So, Dotan, I'm really thankful that you came and you were able to share this. And I want you to elaborate more on persons who this is just the tip of the iceberg. So there's more. So
definitely there's a whole boatload more where that came from.
Exactly.
And shamelessly just plug into this.
Yes.
Dexteritas will be hosting Calgary business owners at our offices tomorrow at 10 a.m. Between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. we'll be talking taxes, right? And the goal is simple: help you see, 1, where your income is coming from, 2, what the connection is between your business and your personal, and how you can use that structure, that framework that you have put in place by yourself to be able to save on taxes. So we'll be at our offices at Unit 202 7909 Flint Road. You will see the flyer for the event in the comments of this post. And I'll also link to a post on our own LinkedIn page as well, where we will be talking in greater detail about this subject matter. We look forward to having you. If you have a moment, show up. We will. It's 3 hours, 10 p.m. to 1 p.m. So lunch will be served.
10
a.m. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it so that you are ready. This is December 1. You have exactly 30 more days to make certain changes that you still can make. And then we can show the connection between the two. So that is just what I wanted to add to this. So if you want to know more about this, you want to hear more about this, show up tomorrow.
So question, is it 10 p.m. or 10 a.m.?
It is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay, my other question, thank you. My other question quickly is, you serve all of Canada. So if someone is listening in and they can't physically be there, there's a virtual option too?
So there won't be a virtual option, but there will be a recording.
Okay,
and
good.
we will share the recording with everyone who's registered, whether you made it there or not. So you can just go right off to our LinkedIn page, Dexteritas Professional Corporation. You'll find the Eventbrite link on our newest post there. And then just give us your name and your email address, and you get the link to the recording of the event. And then you can pick up more information in preparation for your taxes.
So great. So Dalton, please remember, so friends, he will be posting the link for the event and also his contact information too, in case you're like, I need more than an event, I need to go directly right away. There's some, I mean, I'm kind of like that too. I just want to get straight to the person, straight to the issue. I don't want to go through the, you know, I just want to get right away. So if you're like that and you just say, okay, I need to call you, I need to talk to you right away, Dalton will share his information in the chat, and you'll be able to, in the comments, and you'll be able to definitely reach out to him, register as well. And do remember, friends, share out this broadcast with another business owner, colleague, even a friend, for, you know, who doesn't have a business. Definitely share this out, because we are a community, and it is just so important that we are sharing and just working towards savings, well, legally paying less taxes, and just taking our business, our personal lives to just such a greater level of success. So thank you so much, Dr. Han. I really do appreciate you coming on and sharing. And yeah, do you have any final words before we sign off?
I want to say thank you, Kersha, for having me. And to everyone, there's a way. Just make sure you're doing it right and doing it legally. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we'll be signing off in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.
Bye for now.